Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to be finally sitting down and doing a beauty video because I feel like I was just vlogging and then travel. So I'm just really glad to be sitting here and just sharing some of my favorites. By the way, in today's video, I'm sharing with you guys my top makeup recommendations of 2024 under rupees 500. I am going to do a few versions of this video, but I thought the best thing would be to kickstart these series with an under 500 video. I have some really good base recommendation, lip recommendation, and eyes of course. So if you're interested, then please continue watching. For my base, I don't really have a foundation. The only foundation I used pretty much this year is above 500, but I've got a concealer for you guys. If you have already guessed it, then clearly you have been watching my channel. But if you haven't, let me introduce you to the Insight No Smudge Concealer. And I can safely say that this is the only concealer I've been using from the time this has launched. I use the shade MN16, which is slightly on the warm tones and really covers the dark circles. And sometimes if I want some brightness under my eyes, I use the shade LNP15. I have a full review video on these. I've swatched out the shades so you can check it out. But so good at such affordable price. And it just works. I think it has a beautiful coverage for every day. If you want to increase the coverage, maybe you can do like a color corrector underneath and then use one of these, and you are going to get almost like full coverage underneath the eyes. It's very lightweight, has a very natural finish as well, so it's not overly dewy or it's not matte either. It's somewhere in between, and once you set this, it's going to stay on throughout the day, unless of course you are in Goa where everything is melting off, which happened with me just recently in Goa. None of my base products would stay put, so that's a different story altogether. But otherwise, if you are in a normal, not super humid climate, then this should really work for you. So check this out. Also, just want to mention that I read one comment in my recent shorts video, the Island Girl makeup video, where one of you mentioned that this creases a lot more than your other concealer does, which is kind of unfortunate because that does not happen with me. So I'm just, recommending this based off my experience, and on me it works. Okay. It works really well. So completely off topic, but in case you're wondering what have I done to the packaging, what is this hairy white substance,
what is that
coming out of it? It's basically a nail polish remover. I think it was wet and it landed up in my bag where these concealers were also there, and now it's like stuck. I've been sitting here and trying to remove this so I can make this look presentable on camera, but it's not happening. So we're gonna move on. So the next one has to be this Vacay Glow bronzer from this brand called Iksu. This retails for 349 only, and it's one of the best two-toned bronzer contour palette I have in my collection. So it comes with this cool toned shadow, and then it comes with the warm toned shadow. So you can use both of these separately, or you can just mix them both and apply it, and it's so beautiful on the skin. Does not look patchy anywhere, it goes on very smoothly. Just make sure you have the right kind of brush to apply any powder bronzer or powder highlight. That's really important. So if you've got that sorted, then this, my dear friends, you need to get your hands on. I think this brand is Lifestyles brand, if I'm not wrong. मैंने I think Lifestyle से ही खरीदा था, मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा कहाँ से लिया था, but some e-commerce platform. Of course मैं इसका link ढूंढ करके नीचे description box में डाल दूंगी. But it looks so natural on the skin. This is what I have. I have a cream product underneath, but powder bronzer में यही लगाया मैंने, and it looks beautiful. Check this out. So affordable and performs like a high-end product. Setting powder / compact that I just recently discovered. Honestly, I don't think discovered would be the right word, because this is not new by any means. This has been around in the market for eons. I remember when I used to watch Shreya Jain back in the day, like many years ago, she used to use this, and it's now very easily available in India. I'm talking about the Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder Compact. I think, if I'm not wrong, this retails for 250 or something. Very affordable. And I actually discovered this in my sister's bag. She had this one in transparent or banana, if I'm not wrong, one of the two shades. Of course I did not carry my makeup that day, used her setting powder, and it set my makeup so beautifully. Also brightened my under eye really well. I really was blown away. I was like, wait a second, why have I not tried this before? Come on, like it's a classic, right? It's a cult favorite. Had to pick it up immediately. तो मैंने सोचा कि मैं थोड़ा different shade try करती हूँ. So I tried the shade Pink Blossom, which I mean they have a shade called Pink Blossom. Although there's nothing really pink about it. Just FYI, do you see anything pink? I don't. Maybe a hint of pink, but I was expecting some more pinkness out of it, जो इसमें नहीं है. But ठीक है, I mean that does not really hamper the performance of this. This is exactly what I have on my under eyes even today, and you can see how bright and wonderful it looks. I really like this. I cannot believe मैं इसको इतना late try कर रही हूँ. I'm sure most of you in the comments would be like, girl, this is old, you are late, we already know about it. But मतलब मुझे mention करना था. In case you still haven't tried this, you need to, okay? You need to. I now have a powder highlighter from Limel, and I'm a little skeptical of featuring this because I think this might be a hit or a miss depending on your preference, but personally I quite like it. I have this one in the shade 402 Sun. This is called their glow highlighter. Really cute tiny packaging. I mean there's nothing really fancy about the packaging, but the product inside and the shade inside is exactly what I like about this. So this is on the dry side, okay? The formula is not very wet, like it's not going to be like your Super Shock shadow from Colourpop. It's on the dry side, okay? So if you don't like dry formula on highlighters, you might not like this, but I personally just love the shade so much that I end up using this quite often. In fact, आज भी मैंने ये लगाया है. Of course you'll see the demo of this, and it looks beautiful. The shade just complements my skin tone really well, and sometimes it can look a little shimmery, not glittery. I would not recommend you a glittery highlighter ever, just FYI, but थोड़ा सा shimmery है ये. तो मैं क्या करती हूँ, I just use a nice setting mist and then go over with my sponge, and then it just looks like skin. Like I'm glowing from within, beautiful. The shimmer, extra shimmer is almost gone. If you're looking for a good powder highlighter, check this out. I really hope this is under 500, though I think I should check before talking about this. But honestly, I'm pretty sure मैंने इसको 500 के नीचे ही खरीदा था on some sale. Lamel goes on discount on Myntra quite often. मतलब Myntra पे mostly this brand is on discount. In fact, मैंने जब भी इनके products खरीदे हैं, I've only bought these from Myntra. On really great discount. So even if this is not under 500 exactly, I'm sure आपको मिल जाएगा on discount on Myntra. मेरी आधी बैटरी खत्म हो चुकी है. Let's now move on to eye category because I have some really good recommendation for you guys. मतलब गुनाह हो जाएगा अगर इसके बारे में मैंने बात नहीं की. Okay, so I think I'll start with eyeshadow first. आज हिंदी ऐसे flow में आ रहा है, तो I'll let it be. But the first eyeshadow, or actually two eyeshadow palettes from Swiss Beauty that really stood out to me. It's the Luster eyeshadow palette, this one right over here, and then I have the Dual Passport eyeshadow palette. First, I'm going to talk about this because this is an absolute banger. What have they done with this? I don't understand. This is so beautiful. Let me give you a quick swatch. I mean इसके ऊपर shorts भी बनाए हैं, that eyeshadow palette that just performs expensive because this goes on like a wet shadow on your eyes. Look at that. I am not kidding you guys. I'm sorry I swatched the same shade twice, but I think this retails for somewhere around 340 rupees. Also get this glittery shade. Let me swatch. Look at the variety. By the way, I have this one in the shade Shimmer and Shine 04, but I think this also comes in 4 variants. Another palette from Swiss Beauty that is really nice actually is this one, the Passport palette, and this has more of the darker evening colors. So you have got this like greenish black. Actually this is like really deep green, which almost looks black in certain lightings. Then you have got this beautiful blackish brownish shimmer. You have another 2 shades which would go really well for your evening eye looks, and then you have these powder blush highlighter situation. Now of course I cannot end this video if I do not talk about the Mars Northern Lights liquid eyeshadows. I have all of the shades. I again have done a full video swatching all of these, and I have spent a lot of energy into these, by the way, okay? So just check it out. But like these are so unique. You know, if you have nice shimmery shadows already and you're not sure if this is going to make any difference in your collection, I would say 100% it will, because since these are duochromes, you don't really need like a crease color or deepening of the crease None of that. Just apply this and it actually looks like you have spent a lot of time and energy on your eye makeup. By the way, I was wearing one of these in, I think, a short video, I believe, if I'm not wrong, and one of you guys asked me, what are you wearing on your eyes? What is that? Tell me right now. I went on to comment, or reply to that comment rather, and I see that one of you have already replied, not just with the product name but the shade as well. So that tells me that a lot of you guys already like this and own this. Another product from inside that just came into my life and turned me into a brown liner girly. Really, like, ever since I've got this, I've stopped using black eyeliners. Like today I have it on just because I wanted to balance my lip color. You know, brown was just not cutting it. But for an everyday basis, I don't even remember the last time I wore a black eyeliner. I just wear brown. Anyways, I'm talking about this cute little liner from Inside Cosmetics. You can see like the lettering, the name, everything is rubbed off, but I can confirm this is from Inside, and it's so nice. The wand is so nice, goes on really smoothly, pigmented, and you're able to create like precise wing with it. It's just everything at such an affordable rate. Again, I think I saw some comments or some DMs on my Instagram where some of you guys mentioned that it becomes sticky. I hadn't faced that problem earlier, so I did an experiment where I applied like thick goopy, not goopy, but like a lot of quantity as my liner, and then I realized that yes, it can feel sticky or heavy on the eyes. So my suggestion would be just scrape off any excess, you know, do this, completely get rid of excess watery liquidy stuff. Make sure you have very minimal product and then do a thin layer. If you do that, you really shouldn't feel any stickiness or heaviness on the eyes. At least I don't, you know, unless I tried applying thick layer. That's when I noticed that okay, yeah, it can feel heavy on the eyes. But if you don't, there's nothing like it, you guys. It's so affordable, such good quality, and stays on. Again, if you're not in a humid climate where your entire makeup will melt off no matter what, this should stay on. Okay, let's dive into lips because I have so many really good products to talk about. The first one has to be this Mars Edge of Desire lip liner. By the way, I have other shades in this liner, but one shade that really standds out, stands the test of time, stands the test of the lip color, the lip combo that you're going for. It has to be the shade Deep Dawn or Deep Fawn? Deep Dawn 02. Yes, 02 Deep Dawn. I mean, I've been sharpening it because I've been using this non-stop. I think this is the only lip liner I wear on an everyday basis from the last 3-4 months, if I'm not wrong. This really goes well with every lip color. I'm not even kidding. You want a 90s lip, you can use this. You want a nice dark vampy lips, you can use this. Really, it goes well with anything and everything, and the reason has to be the undertone of the lip liner. Like you can see, it's not a warm brown, it's not a cool tone brown per se. It's like somewhere it's leaning towards neutral and cool tone, and something about this shade just, it's perfection. It's perfection. I think if I run out of this, I will go ahead and immediately repurchase. Even though this is like one of those wooden lip liners, it doesn't tug or it's not dry, it glides on really smoothly. Another lip favorite from Mars has to be these lipsticks, these bullet lipsticks from Mars. Now these don't really last very long. So the other day I was wearing one of the shades, I think I was wearing Caramel Joy. I went on with my sister to get my nails done. We were hungry. We landed up in Popeyes. We were having wings. Korean kimchi wings, by the way. Oh my god, so good. I'm sorry. It's just... I digress. Point is, by the time I was done eating my wings, the entire lipstick was on my chin. It basically spread everywhere. So this is not transfer proof, budge proof, but I just have to give quick honorary mention because of the shades I have with me. Okay, these two have to be my favorite shades in this collection. I again have a short video where I'm swatching these in daylight as well. I'll leave it in the description box below. But I have the shade Caramel Joy and Hot Hotte. So Hot Hotte, I think is the name, is a beautiful terracotta chocolatey brown. And then we have Caramel Joy, which is more of a rich chocolatey brownie brown, like really brown. So these two shades, sometimes I'm just like, you know what, I look really dull today. Like on a day-to-day basis, of course, when I'm not wearing any makeup, I don't look alive. Something is wrong. I need to do some fixing here. I just pull out one of these, put it on. I mean, I'm home, you know, I really don't care. if these last or not, and it just instantly brightens up my face even when I'm wearing 0 ounce of makeup, which is why I had to mention it. I have another lipstick from Mars, but this one actually lasts on you. This is their Super Stay non-transfer lipstick, and I have this in the shade Sinful. This actually again goes with me everywhere because number one, it's just easy to apply. It's not liquid lipstick, right? So I can just apply easily and quickly, and the shade is to die for. Such a beautiful deep, like the undertone is so beautiful, it just looks stunning on an everyday basis. This with the Deep Dawn lip liner from Mars is a match made in heaven. You need to try this one. And also this is quite long lasting. I carried this with me for my Goa trip. Then I have the Stay Matte lip color from Inside, which launched pretty recently but has quickly become one of my favorites. Especially the shade Photo Dump is such a beautiful everyday brownie nude. Here, okay, can you see? Look, also these remind me, I mean, I don't even have the Rihanna what is it called, the velvet lipsticks, the one which has the shade RSVP. You know how those are supposed to look and feel, right? It's supposed to be like very velvety, moussey, yet very pigmented. These remind me of that, even though I have not tried it. Another shade that is one of my absolute favorite, even though I'm not into a shade like this, like I very rarely apply shades like this, it's this one. It's the shade Quietly Confident. Something about this just really makes you or turns you to this confident bitch who knows her shit, you know. It's such a beautiful pinky wine shade, you know, so stunning. Now these smell incredible, okay? These smell like cupcake, vanilla, just something you would want to eat. Has a very nice moussey feeling on the lips, but ensure you're not applying too thick layer. Just one thin layer is enough because it's super potent and pigmented, right? So 2 layers would kind of make your lips stick to each other, which is not a convenient feeling. But I mean, I've had this on for what now, 30-40 minutes. And now let's do a transfer test. Actually, I don't know if this transfers much. Barely transfers. It's not a liquid lipstick, okay? So it can transfer, I mean, technically. But now that it has dried completely, it barely transfers. I think the only thing that transferred is my lip liner. Oh yeah, the only thing that transferred is my lip liner. So once you let this set on your lips completely, just give it some time, you know, this should become transfer proof. I cannot possibly end this video without talking about a gloss, and something that really attracted me has to be the Mars Jelly Bean Candelicious lip glosses. They also have a unique shade. Let me just put this on. So good. They also have a very unique shade which will look nice on just bare lips. It's this one. This is 09, I suppose, and it has like these stunning glitter suspended all over. I mean, you really have to be keen in glitters and shimmers to like these, but I think it's quite unique. I don't really have something like this which actually looks nice on the lips and does not look metallic, you know. These last for about 1 to 2 hours on me, realistically speaking. Right, so that completes this video. Let me know your favorites in the comment section below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, then please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I'm just so close to 50k, so just please make it possible, okay? You can click on the bell notification right next to it. You can follow me on Instagram right over here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.